Good morning, Rams fans. I am Sheriff Joe Beggs. That's Tuna. This is Tuna and
Hello.
the Sheriff. We're feeling not good this time. We felt so good for so many episodes. This is the opposite of that. We're sad boys today. Rams falling to the Seattle Seahawks. So many opportunities, man, to potentially be playing in a Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. That will not be happening now. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks on to take on Drake May and the Patriots. That was certainly a great
Feels
game. Hey,
gross to say.
no lies, man. It was a great game. I had a great time watching it. I know that much. I yelled at a Packers fan. He was just being super annoying. Just the the whole day, just yelling "Go Sports," and I eventually lost it because I was drinking plenty of adult pops and experiencing an extremely stressful game. So he had to hear about it, but it was okay at the end. So yeah, that's about depression, despair, gutted, recovering. The recovery,
Same,
not yet.
dude.
I'm not on that train quite yet. We'll get there. But Tuna, good morning.
Is it? Is it, Joe? Is it a good morning? Where are our regulars? Our regulars are tapping out today. They're taking the day off, bro. They didn't want to hear.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna skip this one, man.
I don't blame them,
We'll probably get
bro.
Seattle fans in here.
Well, I'll wait to do the deep dive. In the what I think I started talking about it on Twitter. I told you, but we'll save that, man. We'll get into it throughout the week. It'll be a long off season, and
Yeah,
there'll be a lot of hard conversations with this about this front office. Um, Ultimately, the surface level thing is what secondary could not stop a nosebleed. If you gave them a fucking Costco load of tissues, um, they legitimately everything was easy. The Cooper Cup touchdown was just like you kind of watched him walk in, and there's like three defenders there. The third down, to ice the game. I know it's controversial whether it was a catch. It's a really good point that we have to ask every single week. Is that a catch? Do we know what a catch is? It's very frustrating. I think it was a catch. Was he short? I don't think it mattered, to be honest. The point is, Kobe Durant couldn't keep up with Cooper Kupp's old ass on a drag route in the most critical moment. And it's never good enough. Like D Will is just could not react. He's just way too slow. He's on JSN getting burnt. He's trying to cover Rashid Shaheed, and it's just a physical difference. Very frustrating. And then special teams. It literally it broke my heart watching Xavier Smith drop that fumble or drop that punt. The reason for it, like I know the reason. The point is Rashid Shaheed had two where he almost did the exact same thing.
mm-hmm.
It's a reason they were doing sky punts in that stadium at that time of year. You get it high enough, that gust is going to catch the ball, and that spiral is not spiraling no more. That thing is a knuckleball. Very difficult, but just like if a kicker missed a field goal, no one cares why.
Yeah.
Really, really tough break for a dude who was very good for us all season, and it sucks. I hate seeing some of the stuff that fan base is saying about him and just kind of writing off all the things that he's done. So really BS, and I ain't gonna do that to the dude. He had a tough game. That's shitty, but far from the reason why the Rams lost completely.
I certainly did not help, and it definitely shifted the
No.
momentum in a way that was unrepairable, in my opinion. So I do think that was the ultimate turning point of the game that ultimately led to the loss. But I'm not here to talk trash about any player. I'm not going to trash any of these guys. I kind of preface that because some of my comments may come off that way. But again, I have nothing, no shots to take at my own dudes. That's for sure. But I guess just some questions about it, like I would say after that first muffed punt, I would have maybe made a switch then. If I'm Sean, I think that too much heat is being put on Sean specifically in the Rams offense. I think the Rams offense played their game. They're playing against the number one defense in the NFL, and I think they showed again that they have a way to power through that. Rams defense was absolutely rough. When when you have a situation where in the previous game that went to overtime against this team, that Emmanuel Forbes was just straight up shutting down JSN. It seemed like most of the game, outside of a few snaps here and there, and then for Forbes to not even really get out there very often was, I think, surprising to me. Darius Williams on Shaheed and on JSN, we truly had just no business seeing that. And then not to see Forbes out there. It's like, I like McCreary, he's playing great, but I think Forbes was that it was missed. It's like, it seemed like I want to know what happened. I got questions about that, honestly.
Well, I mean, it goes deeper than that. It's like, why are we in this situation? Why is it that you're depending on a ragtag bunch of guys when you had opportunities to fix it? It was a conversation. It was a question multiple times by the media in training camp about the secondary. It was questions early on, and then they went on a little heater. We're like, okay, maybe I see what they're doing. Emmanuel Forbes was having, stringing together games. Kobe Durant gets interceptions. Cam Kingens has his big game against Seattle. You're like, okay, they're gonna be fine. And then it wasn't. Like, they weren't able to hold their water. And it's hard to explain this because it is like, okay, you're on the field, you got to make plays, but then also you got to be put in the right position to have made plays. It's the difference between putting like Stetson Bennett out there with this offense where it's like, yeah, you got Puka, you got Devontae. It's like, why aren't you making plays? There's a difference between a Stetson Bennett and a Matthew Stafford. Just like there's a difference between like a Derek Stingley and a Kobe Durant. It's just not a shot at them, but you're asking guys to go out there like, okay, hey man, we know you may not be ready to be the 1A, or you may not be ready just to cover a JSN full time and lock them down, but we need you to go do it every single play. And no, by the way, our scheme is just based on disguises and we're not going to get a lot of pressure. Good luck, kid. And that's what they kind of did to them. And then that's what happens. They weren't able to stop Sam Darnold despite all the shit that we're talking all week. So, man.
Yeah, I would say ultimately, I'm disappointed in the defense in like a real way. You know what I mean? Like it felt like the whole season we were waiting for them to turn it on. We were waiting for the pass rush to turn it on. It's like, oh, this is the game Jared Verse just takes over. Never happened. It's like, oh, this is the time where we just all of a sudden get a bunch of picks. This is the Nate Landman's gonna get another punch out. When's the last time we saw one? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, I think I'm vastly disappointed in the defense. And I've said this comment to certain people like via text messages and stuff like that. But I don't think that not only does Chris Shula have no business being a head coach in the NFL, I think the Rams need to explore making a change at defensive coordinator, whether or not he gets hired anywhere. I just don't think it's good enough. We have the players to do it, I think, especially up front. Secondary, I would like to see a lot of changes. I think you got like Q, and then like, I mean, I like these guys too, but we have
safeties
to get so
I think
much.
safeties are safe.
Yeah, we just have the ability to get so much better in the secondary.
But it's not just a secondary. Like you said, the linebacker position, Omar Spates still growing, second year, like still got a lot to figure out.
God, him getting shook like that hurt, man.
Yeah, shook like that is brutal because it's straight up fundamentals. It's why are you breaking down that way? Where are your hips at, man? How come your hips are so high? It's literally just break down and run through him. Because even if you miss, you at least are making him like really juke you rather than take advantage of that kind of juke. Like, it's just break down in the hole, man. Like, run through him. But then also the pass rush, if you want to talk about missing Kobe Turner for a little bit, didn't help. Poona Ford doing his job, making it really, really stout. Like, they would shut down the run, which is really cool, but that's not really helping anything when Sam Darnold is throwing 350 and 3 touchdowns and, kind of rough with one of his 3 sacks just happening to being a bad snap that they had. The pass rush has not been elite form that we expected it at the start of the season. It tapered off, and we've kind of been waiting for it to, like, all right, it'll spark. Like, they'll kick it in because we saw it last year. It just never happened.
Yeah.
Byron Young, we're gonna have to have conversations about what, he's due for a new contract. What does that look like? Yeah. Is it something the Rams actually do? Jared Verse,
probably not.
we got to have a conversation on if did he even take a step forward in the offseason? Compare rookie season to this season. What
same player
changed?
Yeah,
same player. Love the guy, but hey, if Aaron Donald wants you to go work out with him, go sleep at his house all offseason. Like, stay there, rent a room.
And it's kind of funny looking back to last season and looking at all that stuff, like how we were like, oh man, Jared Verse working out with Aaron Donald, this is gonna be crazy, man. He's gonna be so sick this year, but refused to do it more than once. And then like BY goes out and does Pilates, and he starts the season super, super strong. And then they ask Jared if he's gonna do that, and he's like, nah, I'm not. I don't do that. It was like, well, hold on, man. Like maybe, maybe if we want to be better, we got to do things, maybe we got to try to be better. One time with Aaron Donald and then refusing to do like things that can make you more flexible and a better pass rusher, and you're just like pushing that off. I don't know, man. Maybe we're a little too high, a little bit on 8 coming in. Not to say it's a bad play or anything. Maybe we were a little too high.
Nah, the expectations are high there. So, a little bit is kind of placed on him because of the draft position, and you're supposed to be a replacement to Aaron Donald unfairly. Yeah. But also in 2 years, you expect someone to have more than just a bull rush. So that's a little brutal. And I think the most brutal one is the figure I have on the screen. I mean, we can kind of talk about a positive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. First time ever this has happened. Matthew Stafford is the first quarterback in NFL history to have 350 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and lose a playoff game. We are officially the Los Angeles Lions. We are sorry, Matthew Stafford, for what we've done to you, sir.
This is cool, man. I think that I'm definitely I feel for Matthew. I think the person I feel the most for is Devontae, though.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm just heartbroken for him, man. That sucks, dude.
Do you think I said it yesterday, but and this is a reactionary take, but just seeing how emotional he was, like to that extent of tears and inability to cry.
Now you're
and with the hammy injury, and there's times this year where I'm like, he just doesn't look the same gear. Like something feels off. I don't know if he's been nursing an injury. Hopefully it just goes away in the offseason. And I hope I'm wrong, but that felt like a dude like questioning if he was going to play again another year.
I don't think so. I honestly, I didn't take that from that. When I was watching all that, I kind of took it as, I mean, and he did say he's going to go as long as 9 goes. But I also and I know things change, but
yeah,
I would say I didn't feel watching Devontae that was like any kind of finality to it. It kind of just seemed like a guy to me that, again, next year, that's the whole thing going into next year. Because let's call it what it is, man. We got $1 billion in cap space right now. We have a very young defense that is still able to progress, and we have money to also improve it. We got a really good offense, incredible line. Seems like everybody's going to be coming back. Maybe not Rob, maybe not Higbee. They're probably done as Rams, if I had to guess. But we've got their replacements already in-house. We're good to go there. We've got a good wide receiver core. I mean, Tutu's for sure not coming back. There'd be no point to do that.
Sure?
Yeah. Fully guaranteed contract. Again, let's just go ahead and run it back. But, yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of my thought process is very much like, man, it sucks that next year already, like we know that the NFC Championship's the minimum. You have to do that. It's like last year we knew that we had to get it to this game minimum for it to be worth it for anything. And we did. And we just thought that we should have still moved on. But it's that sucks that next year it really truly 1000%. I'm saying this on whatever day this is in January 2026. That yeah, it is Super Bowl or bust for this team next year, no doubt, because that's probably the final year that we get with Stafford and Tay, and it's probably a lot of changes, man. But after that,
it felt like it this way. I think that's why it hurts a lot of fans. Is it felt like Super Bowl or bust this year. Like there's not really an excuse, and it was a constant narrative all season where if you just stop beating yourself, what was the Breece Hall quote that Alex told me? He reminded me. He's like, yeah, they kept shooting themselves in the foot, and then we turned around and shot ourselves in the face. Like it just kept. Like literally, man. Like I'm dumbfounded. Like how can you be this good and then you just kind of
I said that it was like my ultimate takeaway from 2025. Like the story of the 2025 Rams will always be a team that didn't reach its full potential. The whole season, it felt like this team was better than they were playing the whole time.
And it just comes back down to one side of the ball has the star power and it shows. Like playoffs do this to you. Playoffs, it sounds like a common sense statement, but your weaknesses get exposed. Like they get amplified.
They get
attacked 10 times.
Yeah.
They get put on the spotlight for everyone to be like, oh yeah, that was a problem, wasn't it? Yep. Special teams, secondary, or just defense. It came back to bite you, not how you thought, because the field goal situation actually got fixed. Please give Money Mavis a 3-year contract. I want to see him back and whatever number he wants. What number do you want? You want number 1? What number 50? Like, what do you want? You want to stick with 92? You whatever you want, Mavis. But it's all team building. I can't think of anything besides team building that is so frustrating to me. Yeah.
Pull up cap numbers here. I want to see what we're working with this offseason. Because that they where am I looking here? There's so many, like, you're right. The team building aspect of it. We got like a young defense is crazy. Like that's like do we still have like all these guys on like rookie contracts and stuff like that? Because I do think that our front can be one of the best in the NFL. I don't know what the heck happened to them, honestly. The pass rush kind of confused me. It fell off. And I don't know. I'd have to like really dive deep into some all 22s to figure out like what teams were changing against us. But something changed, and it worked the rest of the year against us, and that sucks.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of like revisiting all 22s. I want to preface what I'm gonna say by making this statement that apart from the playoffs amplifying your problems and putting them on a platter for the nation to see, sometimes you just need the best player at a position to win games. Like it goes out the window. There's no scheme, there's no philosophy, there's no oh yeah, but he's a great role model and this guy is a Ram. I love that stuff. You know what I also love? When I can look at a player and like the world knows like he's probably gonna make a play right now because he's just the fucking best on the field. The offense has that. At any given point, dude, that last play, the end of the game, like again, you're more surprised that Stafford and Puka didn't connect and get out of bounds.
Yeah,
you expect that because Matthew Stafford can turn it on. That long last drive, I'm sorry, no 37-year-old quarterback is doing the shit that Matthew Stafford did out there. He just took over and said, "I'm the best in the world. I'm not losing this game. I will run it." And you pick up a first down, I'll run a fucking speed option to Puka Nacua on a broken screen. That's what the best player at a position on the field does. Compare that with the defense. Yeah, I said speed option. That was sick as hell. I love that play. But and then you compare the defense. Since Aaron Donald's retired, the Rams have never had someone where you can look at them and be like, that's the best player on the field in any given game. They're going to make a play. I love those guys. It's really not a shot at them. It's just a reality. Like no one's a 99 in Madden on that defense. Not even close. Right.
Well,
and you need that sometimes.
That moment in the Super Bowl where Sean McVay says, he's like, Aaron's going to make a play. Aaron's going to make a play. We don't have that guy right now on our defense. We don't have the guy where, oh, he's going to go make a play. This is it. This is the time where he makes a play. We don't even have that guy. But I want to comment on that 4th down run by Stafford. Probably my favorite play of the season. That was so dope. And the way that I yelled, I think that's where my voice went out. I think that was the moment for me.
I don't get how you don't answer the bell if you're Shula in the defense. Even like there's that play, there's that drive. Even if they fail, it's like, dude, if we give him one more snap, Stafford's gonna find a way to pull us out of here with a win. That was it. Second quarter, I think Stafford had a response. They go down 11. He throws a deep ball boom, Devontae Adams line, boom, Devontae Adams touchdown. He's coming off the field screaming. You're like, that was a message to the Rams team. That was a message to his own team to wake up. Like, I'm not going anywhere. If I'm doing this, I need you to get on the ball. And they never answered the bell, ever. And that's very frustrating. And to finish my point about having the best player on the field, my nuanced take about the team building and why that matters, whether it's the 10 million going here or keeping Cup or whatever it was, the team building philosophy that Sean and Les have is not working. It works to be great in the regular season and get in the playoffs and be spunky and have a great quarterback. Having a great quarterback hides a lot of shit.
True.
Look at how other teams that have won a Super Bowl lately, like what the Eagles, they just had the best defensive line. They just had the best player get over the hump of the Super Bowl. Seahawks, you can argue they've got guys in that defense that are like just the best player on the field sometimes. Imanwari as a rookie.
Ernest Jones is crazy.
Ernest Jones, Leonard Williams.
Yeah.
Guys are just like, okay, like Byron Murphy is a freak. I love the philosophy of like, oh, these are great guys and we love them. That's cool. But if you are so confident in your culture, you should have no problem just going and get the blue chip guy that may have a question. You don't know if he's like really your guy. Your culture better be good enough to mold him then. Like, what is this? What's the problem?
And we like to think that we are, you know what I mean? That's like, look at the people that have come in and out of this building that have had, I mean, issues, but nothing major. You know what I mean? You have like Marcus Peters yelling at that fan playing the Raiders and stuff like that, but it's like not a big deal. He's just saying like, where are you from? You know what I mean? Like it's whatever. Aqib Talib comes over, not a big deal. And Ndamukong Suh comes over, not a big deal. OBJ comes over, not a big deal. So I mean, you would think that is with our history that you would think that it's like, yeah, we don't know, our culture is fine. You fit into our culture. You're not bringing your culture into our building. That's not how this works. We're the Rams kind of thing, you know? So it is kind of interesting. They haven't done that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there was though, it's like, and I don't know what difference it would have made. I mean, we're dealing with butterfly effect stuff at this point, but I mean, if the Rams bring over and actually get Jalen Ramsey, like they were reportedly interested and stuff like that. It's like, who knows, man, what kind of differences happen. But again, like that's the thing is like, who knows, man, that could, you never know. We're playing, I'm not, and to play the what if game is kind of pointless, especially now, man. We could beat that to death of all the different ways we could have been in the Super Bowl, but
the problem is though, like you and I have had conversation about this. Other folks in the space, we've had conversations behind closed screens. It's gonna come back to bite them eventually, whether it's special teams or defense, because of the team building. Because Sean and Les want their team a certain way, and that's cool and that's great. But is it the best way right now? Is it a Super Bowl winning way? The last 3 postseasons tell me that it's not, because they've all ended the same way.
I'll fight you on that and just say that that sure, it's maybe not the best, but we were one of the final 4 teams this year. Last year we were one of the final 8 teams. We've seen this team be very, very bad for many, many years, and the fact that this team is in the playoffs and competing in these games, like we can look back at last year. I mean, that game was obviously, we got super close to that one. You look at this game this year, obviously we got super close to winning this one too. And like, sure, we didn't. That's simply put, we did not win these football games. But I'll take having Matthew Stafford on 4th down, making an attempt. First of all, hate that play call, but whatever. But I like having Matthew Stafford have that attempt than winning 2 games in the year. And by week 7, we're talking about what rookies may be able to make a difference on our team. So, I mean, yes, should we do we think that we should be a Super Bowl team? Probably, but I mean, I'll take just being in the playoffs and losing than what we came from all day.
And when you put it in that context, yeah, like if the expectation is like, let's see what happens when we get into playoffs, I think everyone would be happy. But the unfortunate part is we're far removed from that point to where now it's Sean McVay's standard is Lombardi's. The conversation is always championships. The standard is the standard, not the quote Mike Tomlin, a now fired head coach or released head coach. That's why Aaron Donald said, like, that's all he talks about. It's a Lombardi. That's all that matters. And based on that context, that's the only way I'm criticizing it. Based on, did you win a Super Bowl or not? how you're framing it in that context. Yeah.
You're I mean, what are the Rams now? 95 years or whatever in existence, or 90 or whatever. And they've I don't know, man. That success rate's mad low. If you're gonna be,
that's everyone,
like, I mean, so obviously it's like there's 31 teams or 32 teams winning every year. Only one can.
I know.
I don't fully take not winning the Super Bowl as a failure, especially with the way this team. I think honestly, we like to talk about the potential of this football team, and that I kind of mentioned that already, that 2025 Rams it'll always feel like a team that never reached its potential. But I mean, it never reached its potential, but I think it outplayed its production. I think it outperformed its production, and being in the NFC Championship game based on the way we've been playing all year, I think is impressive, honestly. I think there's a little bit of a give and take there of like the potential was here, but the production was here and we ended here. You know what I mean? So
I hear you. And I know there's like 28 other franchises that would love to be in the Rams position of like, why are you like, you guys are in the NFC Championship, like, where are you crying? It's like, it's not crying of like, oh, boo hoo. It's more of a like the writing was on the wall, Sean. Like, come on, like, you got fans yelling at you, and it for once it's like the fans kind of were asking you like, hey, bro, this is the equivalent of season ticket holders giving you a heads up that like there's a leak in the stadium. Can you please fix it? No. Okay, we'll keep coming. We'll keep coming, man.
Yep.
We got Seahawks fans doing their victory laps.
Yeah, welcome.
Deserved.
Yeah, enjoy, man. Y'all are going to the Super Bowl, man. It's weird though. I mean, and I'm not trying to stir anything. It is so weird to like hop onto an opposing team stream just to be like, what up? Like, just find your own team stream, man. What are you doing?
Because I always if you're ever getting hate from someone, I always imagine them doing it in real. Like, I'm picturing them doing it. Like, he's on his phone or on his laptop typing that. Boom, put it. And he's just.
It is really funny.
Fucking got his ass. Nah. Yeah, man. Sam Darnold played his ass off. You know, that is it. You talked on podcasts. You like, why are you doing that? Like, and no, Rams. We were not, plain and simple. We were not the better team. I'm not doing that because Seahawks had guys at every level, and they made plays where they're supposed to. They were the better team, better quarterback.
Exposed on defense, bro. Everybody kept talking about the Rams offense versus that Seahawks defense, and that was like the big battle. But I mean, that was kind of like that to me was the cold storyline for Chicago. It was like, all right, you're okay, so you're basic as hell and you don't know how to research into a football game and a game with good storyline. Cool. But like the thing was is that my whole point all week was like, dude, this Rams defense though, and Sam Darnold's like, that's gonna be the key. Is he that guy? Can he turn it on now? And you know what? He did. I've been talking trash about this dude this whole time, but like, but we don't know about playoff Sam, like stuff like that. And he showed up, man. So I was wrong. I was wrong about Sam Darnold straight up.
I was holding on optimism, but every time you mentioned playoff Sam, I kind of was hesitant to join in. If you didn't notice, just because I didn't really have confidence.
This is the first time he proved it, though. This is it. This is the one game we have.
I mean, if you think about it. He put him in at least field goal range the first game. Yeah, they missed it. It wasn't far enough. Great punt by Ethan Evans. The second game, he was ice in the fourth quarter. Like he showed that he will dice you up.
Those weren't playoffs though. I'm talking playoff Sam, man. This is the only game, only playoff game where he's actually needed to be that guy, and he was. So yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong about it. Straight up.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, that's frustrating, man. All I'm saying is I don't mind players having podcasts, this and that. But if you're gonna say certain things, man, you better be the freaking Legion of Boom. Like, have some self-awareness. Why are we out there talking like, yeah, you had an interception against Chicago, but like, why are we pump the brakes, bro? Like, do that after the season. But
yeah. So as far as Tuna and the Sheriff goes, I'm not sure what our schedule will look like as we head into off-season scheduling and stuff like that. It will be regular. We will be, on often. I do know that there is some. Excuse me, my voice is still fried, guys.
Yeah, a little bit.
I know that there is some emotions on preferences of making this a more of an evening event with our with off-season schedule. That's certainly possible. We'll see what we shift around and stuff like that. And also behind the scenes, we're also trying to cook up some stuff for y'all. So gonna be a fun one, man. I'm absolutely I can say this confidently. I am fired up for next year, man. I am already pumped. I'm just, I can't wait for Rams football again, man. I'm ready for the heartbreak again, man. There's no question about it. I'm ready to be hurt again.
I'm also reading these comments. The one Patriots fan that thinks that we care.
Yeah, wild, man. That's so funny.
You gave Stafford MVP. He is the MVP. Okay,
he's just gonna get it in NFL honors. That's what.
Good luck in the Super Bowl, man. Hell yeah, talk your crap.
I don't want to see Seattle win a Super Bowl.
I don't want to see either one. This is Satan versus Hitler. I don't care who wins this one, dude. I'm watching it, but I'm not like engaging. I don't really care. I'm here for Bad Bunny. That's gonna be my thing.
I'm gonna be honest too. This has been my least favorite Super Bowl logo in a long time. That's my only silver lining. I'm gonna pluck that.
That's your excuse.
I'm gonna pluck that for no reason at all. That I'm a little bit okay. Honestly, I have to see that dumb logo on with Ram stuff on. All right, because that's an awful logo, man. I hate this one.
Hey, thanks, Jose Cruz. We will enjoy the MVP. That's really nice of you. He deserved it. That was cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay,
I think we go back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to have some cool changes like Joe was saying, but they are good changes. They're exciting. Yes. We're doubling down. We're not going there. We're doubling down. So it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, back. Yeah. Not this way, though. Maybe I said that's what I said in Tepeo and Rams house. It's like maybe when they said run it back, they meant now. It was like maybe they meant we'll get Raheem Morris and win the Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium. That's the run it back, man.
Raheem, help!
We need you. Okay. What are we listing as we fade off here?
All this shit. I'm irritated.
Well, positions we need to improve, I guess. Corner.